Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Hi, I'm Jess Nielsen. I'm a nationally board certified holistic health and wellness coach. I'm here today with Peyton, and we are talking about the wellness wheel. So, the wellness wheel, Peyton, will you take a minute and rescore yourself? This is going to be like our see where you're at week.
Okay.
Okay. And so while she works on that, we're just going to talk a little bit about what is the wellness wheel. So the wellness wheel is a workbook that we've put together, and it's self-paced and it helps you achieve your goals. It's kind of like a guide to adulting. There's a lot of good information in here. And what Peyton's working on right now is the actual wellness wheel activity. And she's scoring 8 different areas of her life. And they range from friends and family, food and fuel, personal connections. There's a lot of different areas. And what we're looking at is just a picture of her life. It's like a snapshot of what is going good and what maybe could use a little attention in her life. So, Peyton, did you get through it?
Yeah, I feel like a lot hasn't changed.
Okay.
I mean, there's a couple things that have changed, but most of them are still the same.
Okay. So before we go into that, how about if you tell me a little bit about how last week went? What was your goal?
I think my goal was to crochet 1 row,
Yes.
right?
I
think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
it was
that
like
was the
start, and how
yeah,
do we
start,
define
yep,
start? So
I think it was 1 row.
How did it go?
I think I've got 3 rows done so far.
So you outdid yourself again.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
No, it took me a while because every time I would do it, I'd restart. I probably re-pulled that row like 4 times just because like the perfectionist part of it was kind of roadblocking me a little bit. But
so overall, though, what do you think?
It was good. It was good. It's fun. I think I just need to stop worrying so much about like being perfect.
Yes, that can be a thing. We get hung up on that perfectionism.
Yeah.
When really that's not the point, because it was what part of your wheel was it from?
The fun, play, and movement.
So it was supposed to be fun. Do you think it was?
I think it was after I was on like my 4th row, and then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over making this like perfect.
So then you just like
I'm just gonna let
the flow happen a little bit. Yep, that's good. That's good. Definitely. Okay, let's see if I can get this mic on. What do you think? Okay, we'll put that on. All right, I think that'll work. Boom. So it's again, it's self-paced. So you worked at your own pace. You chose what you wanted to do and how much, and you accomplished your goal again. So how many times have you been able to accomplish your goal so far?
3.
3. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Is it 3 or 4?
I think so. This is our 4th week, maybe. But either way, good job. Right? Good job. Definitely. So tell me a little about the new scores and what has changed. Like, has anything improved? What's going on there?
I've had 2 improve, and the fun play movement is at a 6, and it was at a 4. And now the food and fuel is at a 4, and it was at a 3. The other ones I think I haven't been giving much attention to, so they haven't changed much.
So hold it up so they can see, because I think seeing is part of it too. I don't know if you can see her lines there, but she's had 2 areas that have improved just from doing things that she wanted to do over the last few weeks. So it was never me saying like, oh, this is what you should do ever, because that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just, So as we move into the next week here, is there anything that you kind of want to talk about? Anything that you've been dealing with lately? Or I don't know, what's on your agenda for this week?
I feel like I've been like unmotivated.
So you're having some feelings of unmotivation. Yep. So maybe part of that could tie into like in chapter 5, we talk about feelings versus emotions and how we can overcome that stuff. So if you like scroll, it's not a scroll because it's actual paper. If you flip to chapter 5, and again, we're talking about the wellness wheel and how it can help you achieve your goals. And Peyton has been using it for about 4 weeks now, and she's accomplished some pretty notable things, which is great. So in chapter 5, we talk about the difference between feelings and emotions. And so sometimes we have a feeling, and that is really more a story we're telling ourselves. And emotion is more, oh my God, I'm scared. Something has happened. So emotions come quickly and they come from the brain. And then the feeling is the story that we tell ourselves about it. And so if you find the little scale, it's on page 81 in mine. So it's the vibrational frequency, and maybe it's not in there. It's fine. Stop. It's good. So the frequency of healing. This is kind of what it looks like. And it's a really cool scale. And it just gives like a numeric value to different emotions that we can be having, different feelings. And so which one did you say you were feeling? A little like unmotivated kind of? So that kind of ends up down in the bottom of the scale in those 20 to 30. And it just says that maybe your energy is a little low these days. Like maybe you've got some stuff that's kind of pulling you down. Is there anything in your life that is bringing you any of these higher emotions? Peace, love, joy. Where do you find love or joy in your life?
Lately, I've just been sitting outside.
That's a good one. So like nature.
Yeah, when I get home from work, I just go and sit outside.
Yep. I think that's a great place to sit outside. What do you get out of that when you're sitting out there?
The sun.
The sun is your friend. Sun, definitely. And the sun, I think the sun, it doesn't vibe on this particular, I think it's like way above on this. So that is good. I think the sun is the way to go. And while you're out there, what kind of thoughts are you having? Because that's another part of chapter 5 is talking about those thoughts that are in there. Like, are you ruminating or, what are you thinking? You don't have to tell anything you don't want to, but like.
I don't know. I feel like I think about everything all the time. Like, my brain is always going. Like, my internal monologue never stops.
It's very busy. I think a lot of people are like that.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't think there's something specific.
How many of you guys have that where you're just like you're always busy? Yes. They're loving it. They're saying yes. There's more than just you. Definitely. So what do you know about that internal dialogue? What do you know about that process? And if anything, what's happening up there?
Sometimes I know I got to shut it down.
Yeah.
Because it'll just like spiral and just keep going and keep going and keep going.
Right.
That's never good.
It's not usually good.
Mm-mm.
It's not usually good. No. That's how the spiral starts, right? And then all of a sudden we have an emotion. So maybe you're like, oh, I'm a little unfulfilled. And then you go into all these feelings, which is the story.
Mm-hmm.
And so the ticket really is to differentiate those feelings and those emotions and let it go. So easier said than done. Sure, I'll just flip the switch and turn that off. Like that's totally easy.
Mm-hmm. I got this.
So do you know why this one looks like that? And is that what we want it to look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, we're new to this still, but I can't see is anybody saying anything to us?
No, it'd be right here.
So hi, you should give us a comment so we can see it and know what it looks like. Okay, yay! There's one. What are we doing today? We are working on the wellness wheel, which is a self-guided workbook that helps you achieve your goals.
Yes.
I think that's the easiest way to sum it up.
Mm-hmm.
And Peyton has been using it for about 4 weeks now, and she's achieving some stuff.
For sure.
And it's not like monumental stuff.
No.
Like, she's not solving the national debt or something. Like, not today. But you start small.
You have to.
And then you kind of keep growing and growing. So that's the wellness wheel. It's in the TikTok shop, and we worked hard to put it together. So I'm Jess. I'm a nationally board certified health and wellness coach. This is Peyton. She's my guinea pig. And we are talking about when you get into a funk, you're kind of in a funk, and how do you deal with it? What are some tips that we can use to get out of it? So Peyton likes the sun. I think a lot of us like the sun. But there's also the practice of letting go, which we talk about in chapter 5. And so really what that is making a conscious choice not to go down the rabbit hole. And it sounds so simple, and it really is, but at the same time, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. So tell me what gets in the way of people actually being able to do that. What gets in the way of you being able to just flip the switch?
I keep finding myself just going back to it. Like I'll stop it, and that works for a second, and then it'll just come back. Like it's just, I don't know.
It's a habit loop is what it actually is called, is a habit loop. Somebody's asking, are you a nutritionist? No, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a Mayo Clinic trained, nationally board certified, holistic health and wellness coach. So that's my title, not a nutritionist, but I can talk about really anything that you want to talk about. So if you want to know about nutrition, we'll totally talk about that. Yeah. And so you find yourself stuck in the spiral, and you can't just shut it off. And that's a lot of people. And so part of what we do is we develop emotional intelligence. We develop the ability to say, hey, I see myself in this spiral, and I'm going to step back. When you think about just like starting to develop that or thinking about it, is there any value there? Or what do you think of that concept?
I don't know. It's hard. It is hard.
It is hard. Do you think there's some value in catching yourself in the act?
Yes, because then you're aware of it. Like I feel like being aware is probably the first one. Because if you don't even notice it's happening, there's no way to stop it.
For sure.
You know, like your subconscious is
it's just rolling, right? It's just going. Somebody is asking, so I still don't know what the manual solves, though. What do you think, Peyton? What has the manual helped you do, like that you wouldn't have done without it?
I don't know, it teaches you a lot of good tips, like coping.
Yes.
That's a good, like a very big part of this, I feel like.
Yep.
And I don't know, there's a lot of things, like a lot of the chapters cover so much. I don't know, there is a little bit of nutrition talked about in this one.
Yep.
And like
really it's about like goal setting too. So you kind of talk about what it is you want, and it gives you the steps to set and achieve those goals. And that's part of, we call it SMART goal setting. So like, what do you know about SMART goal setting that you've learned in the last 4 weeks?
I want, so I can, or
you can do it. Yeah. Like, what do you know what the SMART is? Do you know some of them? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. So we use these things to help us achieve the goals. And it happens without you even knowing it. Yeah. You like read along and you do the things and then it just happens. Yeah. So it's just a good way to help you achieve your goals. Definitely. Is it like a self-help book? I don't think I'd go that far. Like, I don't think it's self-help, but maybe
a little.
A little.
But no, I wouldn't say that. That wouldn't be the first thing I would say to describe it.
No, it's like goal achievement. But I guess that could fall into it. Definitely. I love all your questions. Thank you so much for like engaging. That's so cool. Yeah. Developing emotional intelligence. So that's part of just spotting it. Like you said, just start to be aware, and then you can maybe start to change those behaviors. And the whole goal is to try to vibe at the higher frequencies. So if you can find yourself up in those higher frequencies, peace, joy, love, you're going to start to feel a little better, just because the energy is lighter. It's not so heavy. And I totally believe in that kind of stuff. Maybe it's not for everyone, but what do you think about like the energy of your emotions and how you feel when you have, what did you call it? Like unmotivation. Yeah. Yeah. Is it low? Is it high? What is it?
My energy is low, definitely. And like my aura.
Your vibe, right? Your vibe feels a little off.
Like everybody, maybe not everybody, because you know, whatever. But like a lot of people can pick up on it too.
Yes.
Or I don't know, I'll try and hide it and like, because whatever. But I'm
it's just still there. Yeah. It's still making a frequency. Yeah. So if you can start letting it go or becoming aware of it, you might have a little less funk in your day.
Well, I'm aware of it now. So that's the first step.
That is always the first step. I agree. So again, we're talking about the wellness wheel, and it's a workbook that we put together. That's not the front cover, but somewhere in here is the front cover. It's a workbook we put together that helps you achieve your goals. And it's basically the guide that you need to make it all come together. You can be like, oh, I have this goal and I want to do it. And then 12 hours later, you give up because you're relying just on motivation. And that's really not enough. You have to have a little bit of a plan as well. And so that's what this kind of brings to the party, I guess. So as we look at next week and we go back to your wheel, Peyton, is there something that you want to work on this week for your goal? And if you don't have to. It's always up to you. It's self-directed and what you want to do.
Let's see here. I guess, no, I don't want to do that.
You gotta want it.
Yeah, I was like, we could do something for this one because it's low, but I think I want to do fun play and movement again because it's summer outside and I want to be outside.
Fun movement. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's a goal I could do for that?
So fun play and movement and summer. And so someone else is asking, they're saying they're feeling a little unmotivated too. They're supposed to be working from home and they're on TikTok. Hey, it happens. At least you're trying to learn something on TikTok. Your goal is to review this procedure, but I'm not motivated. Oh, the struggle is real. It has to be a want. Yeah. That's part of one of the secrets, one of the tips and tricks. It has to be something you want, or it just doesn't work as well. That is definitely a thing. So when you think about your day, you think of what you want it to look like, and you take one small step towards that. You know, so if you want to be, working more and on TikTok less, you just think of what's one tiny thing I could do to achieve that. And you achieve that little goal and you start to build on it, which is always a cool thing. Somebody said something. I can't quite see. Yep.
I think we've read all the comments.
Okay, we're doing good. Yep. I probably should get my eyes checked. Yep. So fun, play, and movement is where we're at again.
Yes.
And you're at a 6 right now, which is good. You went from a 4 to a 6. So that's a huge improvement. What do you think would be a small step towards keeping that momentum going this week?
Smile. I don't know. I just want to keep getting outside.
Okay.
So however I could make that measurable, I guess.
Yep, for sure. Outside time is kind of your go-to. It's your vibe. That's good. Lean into it. What's something you could add that would be fun outside? Like instead of just sitting there spiraling, what would be a way to pass that time in a more constructive way?
I should go on my parents' slip and slide again.
Activity.
Yeah.
Like, okay, some actual activity. Yes. How is your book broken up? Chapters, types of goals, or is it like just cover to cover read? It's definitely self-paced in chapters. So you would go in and pick out the part you want to know about and then read it and kind of start from there. Or you can go cover to cover and you get the whole concept all at once. So it's up to you, but it can be done in sections based on what you're looking for. So starting in the beginning, you're going to learn about what is a holistic life. What does that actually mean? And then you look a little bit at food and fuel and nutrition because they're building blocks to having a balanced life. Chapter 3 and 4 look more at making things personal. What do you want to do with your nutrition, with your goals? And then there's some like astrology and natal chart, traditional Chinese medicine. Chapter 5 is about goal setting, and it all comes together at the end. We teach you how to sustain it because that's important too, keeping it going. Yep. So we're going to have Peyton doing more fun, play, and movement activity outside, but we need to find a way to measure it to keep it smart because we like SMART goals. So
we sure do.
Tell me about how we could put a measurement on that, Peyton. What do you think would be a good way?
I think the week has been working pretty well.
Okay.
To complete the goal.
Within the week, you are going to 1 week.
I think I'm going to be crazy.
Okay, you're going for it. Okay, what's it going to be?
I want to go outside for an hour every day.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And how confident on a scale of 1 to 10 are you that you can achieve that goal?
A 10.
A 10. Woo! Okay. Why not an 8? Why not a 7? How'd we get to a 10?
Because I like being outside. And if I can find an activity to like keep me outside, because I feel like the heat is what takes me in. Like when I'm just sitting there and I get hot, then I'm like, oh, I could just go sit inside. Like, whatever. Yeah. But if I'm actually doing something, so I'm going to do an activity for an hour every day for a week.
Okay.
Outside.
And you're very confident in this. And so the next question then is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to you? 1, it's not very important. And 10, it is everything. This means a lot to me. Which
it's like a 7.
It's like maybe a 7. 8. Okay, a 7.5. Sure. A 7.5. Why not a 5? What gives it that value?
Because it is important to like go outside, move. Maybe not outside specifically, but like do something fun or something you like, something you enjoy, so it's worth it.
Yep.
So I think that's why it's high.
You like movement. You like being outside, and this is going to give you both those things at the same time. So it's important to you. That's why the SMART goal setting works, because it actually matters to her. It's not about me at all, like not a little bit even. It's about what she wants to do, because as she starts to achieve these goals, she starts to aim higher. You can see it right now. The first one was like, I'm going to go outside for 3 minutes, 3 days a week. You know, like it was really small. She achieved it and then started aiming a little higher. So that's good stuff. I love it. So Peyton, again, I want you just to say it back to me because it's important for you to say those words. What are you going to do this week?
I'm going to go outside every day for an hour for 1 week.
All right. That is amazing. Okay. So this has been the Wellness Wheel, and we are talking about this workbook and how it helps you to achieve your goals. It's available in the TikTok shop, so you can check it out there. Let's see, what else? It works. It definitely works.
It does.
Peyton, will you say like one more time why it works or how it works or what something you think is the magic behind it? Like, do you have any?
I think for me, I think having like something physically in front of me to like help me work through it is helpful.
Yep.
And also, how do I explain this? I think the way it breaks it down.
Yeah.
Like, the SMART goals, you know, the whole you have to do it this way and like this, because it
gives you a clear path.
Steps. Yeah, that's what I really like about it.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
you're so nice. Okay, so that is a wrap for today. We'll probably do this again next week, Thursday. We never know for sure. It just depends on how we're feeling. But that is it. The Wellness Wheel. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye for now.